Man, this is tough. I don't want to screw this up, so maybe I should save my game first. Okay, so now we can try whatever we want with full confidence. You know what? Let's just do this in the order we've been doing it, and try the red page first. I mean, I'm not convinced Sirius is innocent or anything. I mean, usually when he talks, I just fall asleep. I don't really pay attention to what he says. Alright, here we go. Let's free Sirius and see what happens.
Oh, yes! Yes, I'm free! Oh, thank you, my friend. My dear friend. You've done the right thing. You stupid fool! It looks like perhaps you're in the book now. And what have we here? A page. Oh no. I hope you enjoy your new home as much as I enjoyed it. I can't see you. You're getting less clear. I hope you're in the books. The library looks much the same as I left. Oh, I can Goodbye.
What just happened here? We got hosed, Tommy. We got hosed.
Oh, Davy.
Yeah, that sucked. Oh well, it was a good run while it lasted. Sorry it didn't work out too well. What am I saying? Nobody's falling for this. I felt like such a tool just sitting there watching him taunt me like that. Like all you can say is something like, "Oh yeah? Well, I'll give you the index finger." So, what do you know? Turns out we need to take the blue page back instead. Who would have thought? With all his crazy antics, demonic rooms, and inconsistent stories. Apparently it was just misunderstood. I mean, unless the green book is the answer. Yeah, right.
Oh yes, I'm free! Oh, I feel alive! And how do you feel, my friend? And what have we here? Perhaps the pages you worked so hard for? Whoops! Yes! Oh. Perhaps you're seeing the world from my point of view. Yes. Oh. There's my brother. Oh, yes. Maybe someone will rescue you someday. You lose.
Hey, you! Help me! Bring me the yellow pages! Well, you better not fall for that anymore, because it turns out that both Cirrus and Achenar are bad boys. Should we be surprised? Well, not really. I mean, all the evidence we found incriminated one or the other, but we never saw anything that actually vindicated either of them. However, this is not the only reason why it was unwise to free them. The red and blue books are one-man prisons. That's a technical term used in the second game, Riven, and this is basically how they work. When you link into an age, just any old book, the screen goes black for a few seconds, right? I mean, it's loading time, but it's part of the Myst story too. You're kind of suspended in this black nothingness for a few seconds before the book spits you out on the other side. Well, a prison book is sort of a half link, in that it takes you into that blackness, but there's no exit. However, it's a one-man prison, so if a second person goes into the book, then the first person gets bumped out. And this is basically what just happened to us. However, I'm not entirely sure how putting the last page into the book counted as a link into the book. And then when they started ripping pages out of the book, it didn't count as a link. I'm not clear on that one, but still, in general, that's how prison books work. And as far as we're concerned, this is the only way to free someone from a prison book. They may have changed this somewhere down the line in the series, I'm not really sure, but it doesn't matter. For our intents and purposes, the only way to free someone from a prison book is to take their place. So it's kind of a flawed premise from the start to free either of them, even if they're good guys. But let's look at this from their perspective. When we first arrive on Myst Island, we go to the library, we start putting pages in the books, and they can kind of see us through that colored snow. They see us as their chance to escape. But they also understand the nature of the prison books, so they know that we will only be able to free one of them. This makes the brother enemy number one, right? Because if you free my brother, you can't free me. So this is why they start telling these lies. They start spinning these stories. You know, don't free my brother. He's evil. He's demented. I'm innocent. Free me. This is what started that feud that we were witnessing. It was just their own selfish desire for escape, right? So it's technically possible that perhaps they weren't actually enemies before they were imprisoned. Now, the only clue we have into this is Cirrus's message on the Channelwood Age, right? When Cirrus starts conspiring with Achenar, calling him dear brother and all that. We still haven't fully answered what that's all about, but at least now we know it's not inconsistent with that rivalry we saw in the library. So, where's all this going? What do we do now? Well, it should be obvious. We're now going to focus on the Green Book. We didn't know that most of the way. We thought that the goal was Cirrus and Achenar, but once they dropped that fireplace clue, they were no longer the goal. They were just a means. So from here on out, we can forget about Cirrus and Achenar and the red and blue books. We can now turn our attention to the Green Book and the final stages of the game.